And we're back continuing our Chibi Cop. First thing to do today is to work on an elbow pad. This part involved a lot of trial and error for me, just trying to get it to sit right, look right, all that fun stuff. I also didn't know exactly how I wanted it to look. My sketch was kind of vague, I suppose. And then when I looked up elbow pads online, they were fairly different from what I had. Right now it almost looks like a cartoon beehive. After moving it around and getting it kind of settled where I think it belongs, I start realizing that that beehive look is not super good, so I change it. Now that I've got the basic shape that I want, I'm going to copy it and move it to the other elbow as well. I'm also going to do the same thing with the shoulder pad. Now I've decided to add some details into this elbow pad by sculpting, so we'll see how that works out. The problem with this is I had just copied this elbow pad and put it on the other side, so now that one's going to be missing all the details, so I'll have to copy it again later. These little nubs, if I were to do this again, I would not sculpt. I think they would have been better as just like spheres connected. In the grand scheme of things, this elbow pad is probably not something I should have sculpted at all. I think you could probably do it with just the regular shapes and then subdividing. And here's where I realized I needed to copy that new detailed elbow pad over again. Now we need some straps to hold that elbow pad on, and rather than sculpt it this time, I'm going to try it with a cylinder. My thought being it'll keep the edges a little bit more distinct. So now that I've got this arm to a place where I basically like it, I realized that I should probably just copy it to the other side. Even though it's not in the same position, my hope is that I can move it into that position. There might be a better way to do this, but my way I just took a lot of trial and error of moving stuff, undoing it, trying to kind of stretch it down, and then bending it into place. It doesn't work quite right initially, but I get it eventually. Now that I've got that other arm sort of where I want it, I'm going to work on this shotgun. I decided that it would be best to go get an actual picture of a shotgun and make a better one. So my goal was just make a real basic shotgun, and with the picture it should make it easier. At least that was my thought. So some of these things that I'm adding, I need to reconsider in the future because they're way too small for a miniature this size. They're just not going to show at all. So it's just sort of a waste of time and energy. So it might be something to work on down the road, is just not doing all the extra work of stuff that you're not going to see anyway. This is another one of those situations where it would be good to know what you're modeling. Like, I understand what shotguns are and I've seen them. Not this specific one necessarily. But so I understand the idea, but I don't know all the specifics of what things do. So I'm just kind of copying this picture, but it might not be exact because I don't know the specifics of the internals, especially at that top where the ejection of the shell happens. So, but for my purposes, it just looking sort of correct should be fine. It doesn't have to be exact. This is one of those parts where I probably should have made less details. It's really small when it prints out, and I probably could have just made it as one piece, like one cylindrical type piece, and it would have been fine. Now that our shotgun is done, we're just gonna move it over and replace it in the hand where the blocked one is. I decided to copy it and keep one just in the regular way so that I can use it for something else later. Then I'm gonna try and make this hand fit around the the shotgun a little bit better. It doesn't quite work, so I kind of have to just get rid of what I currently have and puff it up and make a new one, sort of. And with that, I'm going to save it for the next video, but we're getting closer to being done. If you're enjoying this, let me know down in the comments what you think we should make next. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps. And as always, thanks for watching.